So today I'm over at Basin Pond Campground in Chatham, New Hampshire, out of Evans Notch. We've been here quite a few times. It's actually one of my favorite campgrounds, but I never really stick around too long here because of the lack of cell phone service. So I usually just come in for the one night on the way through here and things like that, which is exactly what I'm doing again today. I came in kind of late last night, came in after 6. So we didn't have much light or anything left, and I was pretty tired because I actually ended up getting a work call just as I was getting ready to head out. So I literally got my van all packed up and headed over to the office and did a couple of tasks there before heading up here. We had have a new employee that's starting today, and they just told me at the last minute. So so I had to take care of that. So anyway, I got here. I didn't bother pulling out the video camera after I did, but I'm here now, and we're on the start of a good little adventure here. So let me show you around this campsite. I actually got my favorite campsite here too. So this is campsite number 10. And it's kind of one of the neatest ones. It's the only one with a railing like this on the back of it. And you get a little stream in the back. You can't hear too much over all the wind noise today because it is a little breezy, 3 to 4 mile per hour winds, but making a lot of noise, making it feel chilly. But I've been here many times with my family as a child back when my parents went camping. And it's kind of a cool little site here. I have plenty of room here. It's a big site, as you can see if I pull back some here. You can see it's a pretty good sized site. So we could set up a couple of decent sized tents here and a nice fire. And I named this rock over here Lantern Rock because at the time we had our light source was just one bright propane powered lantern, and we put it over here on the rock because that would attract all the bugs over there, not into the campsite itself. So I called it Lantern Rock. So I had a lot of fun here, a lot of good memories at this particular site here from when I was a child. But it's a nice little place. Like I said, you get that nice railing back here, you get this brook in the back. So I set up my kitchen area up against the railing this time, so I can prep all my food right over here while I'm looking out over the water. It's not bad. It works out well. Alright, so let's take a quick little tour around the campground here before I make breakfast. Stop in, see Basin Pond itself, and show you a few of the campsites around here anyway. I'm not going to do a full campground tour. I just don't have time because I'm taking off this morning. But I do want to walk over and see the pond, and this gives me a good opportunity to do so. This is campsite 10, that's my site. You can see a lot of the sites are reservable, there are some that aren't reservable. Mine's reserved on the 22nd, today's the 21st, so I could stay another night if I wanted to, but I want to get out with some internet. So 11's nice. See, it's the middle of the week, so it's pretty quiet here too, and it's the middle of September. So a lot of the sites are just empty. Site 12 isn't too bad, it's a nice big site. Site 14 I think is the site I stayed in last year, or 2 years ago when I came through here. 13, I think, I'm not 100% certain on that, but I think that's the site I stayed in when I came in through here 2 years ago on my second trip ever with my van. Old fan jack. Starting to get up to some occupied sites up this way. And some sunshine too. It's a small loop, so it doesn't take long to get through here. So unfortunately I couldn't show you too many campsites on that side of the loop because, well, they were occupied. So obviously that's the better area. I will show you the oops, bobbling the camera around a little too much here. Let me show you a good view of the map here. So that's where I'm staying here, campsite number 10. Got one bathhouse in the entire place. It does have flush toilets though in the host site, so if I need anything, they sell firewood there, $8 a bundle, a little pricey, but they do have it. So we'll get back a look at some of these sites when we get back from the pond here. So that's that, but let's take a quick peek over at Basin Pond. See how that's doing this morning. That's right down the road over here and around the corner. You do have to traverse a little bit of a dirt road to get up here. but not too big a deal. Didn't always used to be that way too. It actually was paved at one point in time, and then they removed the pavement from it. Go figure. I guess they're tired of dealing with all the frost seas and things like that in it, so the solution was just to pave it. I mean, to remove the pavement, excuse me. To remove the pavement. It must be cheaper to regrade the dirt road than it is to do anything else. And it looks like we got somebody who just decided to sleep in their car down here at the campsite, at the parking lot here. Rather than paying for a campsite. Go figure. Oh well, I guess it happens. And here's the boat launch. Water level's up quite high, not a big surprise. Oh, and you can feel the wind coming off here, so I wouldn't be out here kayaking today anyway, even if I had remembered to bring my kayak with me. See, just a hint of some early fall colors starting to show up out there. Definitely a lot of wind though. Beautiful little pond though. I've actually had my kayak out here a couple of years ago. Or was it? I don't know, was it? No, last year when I stayed up here with my brother. Dam over there, man-made dam, so obviously this is a whole man-made pond. It's a nice peaceful area though. A lot of hiking trails around here too. There's still a lot of trails I haven't explored. So I do have to plan a bigger trip back up here again, maybe next year, with my scooter. So you can hear me over the wind. Well, there's some facts and figures about the little Basin Pond here. So Basin Brook Dam, drainage area 19,200 acres. Total storage 847 acre feet, whatever those are. Doesn't say it in gallons, so I'm not quite sure what it is, but if you can read that stuff here, a little closer here. Curious about the facts and figures about it, you can pause the video here. Let's head out to the dam itself. Like I said, I spent many times here, so quick overnight is usually fine for what I want to do. Ah, it's a beautiful morning here, I gotta say. Sun's shining. Oh, a little breezy, but outside of that, it's beautiful here. Sunlight is just awesome here. Great light. Put the video camera down for a second and shoot some photos. Yep, get some, like I said, you get some early fall colors starting to show up here. The trail you can take. I've even flown my drone here before they banned drones in this area. That's quite a few years ago. Yes, I've been here many times. One of my favorite areas of the White Mountains. If I can get cell phone service here, I'd spend a lot more time here, believe me. Flows out of the dam, and it's flowing real nice too. I've never seen it flow that well before. Wow. It's got some water in it, all right. All that rain we've had, it's definitely showing up here. All right, it's time to work my way back to the campsite and start having some breakfast. As we come back into the campground now, you got access to the trail system here, Basin Trail and boat ramp. Site 3 here, you can see some of the sites. You park down the lower area and you go up a set of stairs to where you have your tent set up there. Finishing up here, come up to site 9, and then back to site 10. Back to Wolf and Jack. And like I said, I got a water spigot right across the road, though you got to get through some mud to get to it. Here we are, and as you see, it's available until the 22nd here. But like I said, I'm not hanging around here. I got to get back out where the internet is. Downside to being self-employed. Here we are. Alright, and here's breakfast. Made a simple croissant, bacon, egg and cheese croissant, hash brown, and some coffee. Kept it simple. I didn't put it on video because I've shown how to make this stuff plenty of times before. Good though. Guess I won't be watching any YouTube while I'm having breakfast this morning. I'll have my breakfast here and we're gonna get cleaned up a little bit, pack up, and guess we're gonna hit the road. So I've recently had some questions about how I heat water up when I'm camping and how I wash dishes and that sort of stuff. So I figured I'd go over quickly what I actually do for my dishwashing setup. So I don't do anything fancy for hot water. This is my hot water heater. Just a big kettle. I fill it up with water. Usually I have two 7-gallon tanks on board in my van, so I got plenty of water on board. So I got that. I just heat it up on the stove for a few minutes. I don't get it too hot. Sometimes I do, but I don't mean to. But heat my water in that. And in the warmer camping months, I've got this nice setup here with the sink table and everything here. I got a water tank underneath. Water goes in there, drains through and into the tank, and then I can dispose of that properly, whether it's either, if it's a campground with a dumping station, I'll pour it in there. If it's not, then I'll carry it off into the woods someplace, away from other water sources, or flowing water I should say, and dump it out there, making sure I'm at least 200 feet away from any campsite. The dish soap I actually use 7th generation because it's biodegradable, so when I'm dumping it out into the woods it's not going to hurt things. Otherwise it's just got food particles and things like that in it, so that's not a problem. It's not going to hurt anything. And yeah, that's my dishwashing setup. It's pretty simple. I got a dish strainer here, so wash the dishes, put them in the strainer, and the dishes are always here for me. So anyway, I'm not going to bore you with watching me wash the dish. Well, I'll show you how I get things wet here. And let's see, pour it out of the kettle. Could use a few more minutes to warm up a bit more, but that's it. And yeah, just wash the dishes with that, rinse it, wash them with the washcloth, rinse them off again with the pot, and put them in the dish drain, and then I'll dry them and put them away. That's it. Yeah, it's starting to warm up a bit, so I'm changing into some more comfortable clothes here, but we're all packed up. Got the stool put away, the station's put away, site's all emptied out now. Definitely enjoyed having this railing here though. This is good. This is a good site. Brought back a lot of good memories too here from when I was younger here, camping up here in a tent with my parents and that. That was one of my favorite areas to visit, so I enjoyed it coming back here again. I'm glad I got this site. But I can't stick around because I do need to get back online. I got to check in on things like that, so time to take off. Sitting here at the Gilead, Maine picnic area. It's in the on Route 2 here is in the White Mountain National Forest. I'm trying to decide where I want to go. It's turning out this is not an easy decision. So, I mean, I did explore Forest Service Road 8 in Evans Notch, and the 7 sites there, and amazingly enough, all but one were occupied. I wouldn't expect that on a Thursday in September, late September. But that was the case. All but one site. And the one site that wasn't occupied was small and down in a hole. I decided I didn't want to stay there. So I pulled out and headed on up to Route 2 here, where I pulled over here. I'd love to go back up to Rangeley, but it's $33 a night to stay at the Rangeley Lake State Park. Oh, I hate being broke. So I could do that. I could just go up to Route 16 and just park off the side of the road there someplace. To live in my van down by the river. That would be kind of fun, but not a lot to do there either. I could do Kilkenny Loop Road, but considering how occupied Forest Service Road 8 was, I expect I'll run into the same thing at Kilkenny Loop Road there. A lot of the sites are going to be occupied again on a Thursday. I don't know. I guess you're going to have to tune into the next episode to find out where I end up deciding to go. So we'll see you then. Remember, slow down and enjoy life. And we'll talk to you later.